So hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will show you how to create a 3D premium pyramid motion graphic effect. So let's dive into our After Effects composition. So let us quickly create a new composition and you can even follow my settings. Now let us quickly add a new solid. So click on new add solid and choose green color as a solid background, and then let's add an effect called gradient ramp. And now choose the top position color as a dark green kind of thing and place this anchor point at the center, and then choose the second color as a dark black, change to radial ramp, and it will look something like this. And now let us draw a shape which we will use as a base triangular shape in our animation. So first we will draw the star shape and adjust it accordingly, and now open the shape settings and then change the points to 3 and type to polygon, and then we'll get a triangle shape just like this. And make sure you arrange it properly so that it looks centered in the composition. And now we'll trace the 3 shape layers on this triangle so that we'll get spaces between each layer. And make sure you do it properly because it should look like a triangle as we have seen in the animation. And make sure when you're drawing the second layer, you should unselect the previous shape layer that you have selected, otherwise it will add in that previous shape layer. And just like we have drawn the first shape, we'll draw the remaining 2 shapes too. And once we have drawn all the 3 shapes, make sure you deselect the below shape layer that we have drawn in the beginning, that is our first triangle shape, so that now our triangles just look like this with the 2 equal spaces between them. So it is starting to look like the triangle animation that we want. Now select all these 3 shape layers and add a stroke to them. I mean, increase it to something that you like. Now we will add our text layers on top of these 3 layers. So we'll just add numbers 1, 2, 3 on this and just arrange them according to the shape layers. I mean, we'll place it exactly center of this each shape layer. Now our triangle shape looks just like this. So now we'll make it 3D, and make sure your composition is in advanced 3D but not in classic 3D. If you are not on advanced 3D, some of the options like extrusion depth will not work for you. Okay, now open shape layer, click on geometric options and click extrusion depth and increase it to 250 for the top shape, and do the same for the remaining 2 shapes. But for the second shape, increase the extrusion depth to 450, and for the last and the bottom shape, increase the extrusion depth to 650 or 700 maybe. And this will only work when you make all your components on your composition 3D. I mean the text layers and also the shape layers, you need to make them 3D. And also parent all the text layers to their corresponding shape layers using the pick whip tool. You just need to click there and drag it onto the corresponding shape layer. That's it. So that our text moves with their corresponding shape layers when we try to animate it. We'll try to add a new null layer. So click on new and add a null object, and make sure you parent all these 3 shape layers to the null, and also you make sure turn on 3D for null object so that our 3D animation will work. So let us quickly change the color of the null object because we can identify it very easily. And now add a keyframe set position and orientation and place the keyframes at the beginning, and move the null object something above so that you cannot see the triangle, and move the playhead a few frames forward and bring it to its original position. And you can also play with the orientation also if you would like to. And select all the keyframes and click on F9 on your keyboard to make the keyframes easy, so our graph animation would look smooth. And also turn on your graph editor and drag the second point towards the first point so that the animation will start fast and end slow. And now we need to change from one movement to the other movement. For that, we'll exactly cut all the shape layers and the text layers where our first animation ends, and then we'll parent them to a new null and again do the positioning using keyframes, etc. So now cut exactly at the end of the first animation, and again add a null object and parent this null object. Make sure you make the null object 3D and parent the shape layers to the new null object, and again play with the keyframes. Add position keyframes and scale keyframes to the new null object and adjust them just like this. And also select all the keyframes and click F9 to ease, and make sure you you make your graph like this, so the animation start fast and end slow. And now we'll shift the animation to the right side. So for that, we need to cut all the shape layers and text layers just at the end of this second animation, and we are going to place a new animation after this second animation ends. Make sure you add a new null object, make it 3D, and again parent all these shape layers to a new null object. And again, just like we did before, just play with the position and scale keyframes, but you do the animation towards the right side. That's it. It is very simple. And again, do one more time just like this for the third text and shape layers too. And that's it. We have completed our animation. So in order to make it more cinematic, we'll add a new adjustment layer so that we can add different kind of effects on top of the adjustment layer. So our entire composition gets that effects. So click on new and add adjustment layer and move it to the top of the composition. Add a deep glow if you have, otherwise you could also use normal glow, and just adjust these values. I mean, you can play with these values according to your wish. And also add an effect called posterize time. So make the frame rate to 12 so that your scene looks like some kind of lag and choppy kind of effect, which makes it real and cinematic. And also add a noise effect to it. Increase the noise according to your wish so that it will look nice to you. So that finally you will end up with this kind of animation. So thank you for watching guys. Subscribe for more tutorials and also comment your opinion. Stay tuned. Bye bye.